call me a racist?
Oh my god, it is episode 105?
Oh no. Way past that, man.
Or 106?
120 something. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
Should I look it
Are
up?
you serious?
Is this how we're start? Is this our big comeback?
Of the Keep On Trucking podcast. Yeah. No. Holy shit, everybody.
128.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's right.
You've been doing it while I was gone?
Yeah, no.
Oh, and the people know
And neither
that.
of you.
Oh, jeez. I
You were
apologize.
supposed to handle it.
I apologize.
We
to
lost everybody.
No, to the people at home listening who were pissed off at us for the first couple of weeks, I told Luke to take it over.
No, you didn't.
I left the equipment. I said, do it. You have the guests. And he didn't do it.
You took everything back to Los Angeles. You said you would handle it.
Come on, man. I'll give you $20 if you take the fall.
You said you had it covered. You said you would edit the last episode.
Oh, yeah. Nobody knows about that.
Well, to anyone who was offended by my language on the moving out episode, I apologize. I was very drunk, and somebody was supposed to do the editing.
I was drunk and I was editing it. No.
No,
Well,
you weren't.
Dude, I didn't tell you to say it so many times.
You cut it once, and you said that'll be enough.
I cut it twice.
You cut it twice. I said it about 4 times. I've learned now that, so when you're younger, you say things like that, on a public forum. And then you get a little bit older and you realize that you need to edit it yourself.
And we're older now.
You can't trust anybody. We're 3 months older.
We're 3 months. Is that how long we've missed?
Yeah, man.
I apologize to the people of the Keep On Trucking Nation.
Yeah.
We should call the people that listen something. The trucking
The truckinators.
The truckinators. That's
The truckers. It would be
the
truckers. Yeah.
No, because there's actual trucking podcasts,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
those are probably the truckers.
The Keep On Trucker.
The Keep On Truckers.
The COTS. The KOTs.
KOTs.
COTS.
The Keep On.
The fans.
I don't think they're fans of ours as much as they just kind of listen to us. They just watch us stumble.
Our personal friends.
The viewers.
Yeah, the
they're
viewers.
Like, what are they up to this week?
Yeah.
We're just like, whoa.
Yeah.
Talking about how our life is falling apart.
Yeah. Well, your life's going pretty well, huh?
Dude, all right. So
I mean,
this is fun.
Tell me about this little palace that we're sitting in right now.
The last time we were together, we were moving out of my room,
Yeah, that's right.
and then
And
now-
we got drunk.
and we got drunk.
And I said some unsavory things.
That were pretty savory to me.
I know my audience.
And then, and now,
Yes, yeah.
now that we're back together, we are in my new apartment. Yeah,
It's beautiful.
dude. Thanks.
They can't really see.
They can see the kitchen behind me.
Nice kitchen.
There's a kitchen behind me. And,
Yeah.
I have a bidet.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, so before we started rolling, for the people at home, I want to go use the bathroom. I want to go take a number 2.
What is that?
A big, what do you say?
Number 2 is, I don't want to be foul, but that's what I call it when I take a big runny shit.
I was thinking one of those.
Only you guys like that.
I was taking a big runny shit.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't there because it was pretty good.
Nice solid. You've been eating
It
well.
was a solid one. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been eating cup of noodles because I gotta afford this goddamn place.
Cup of noodles.
Maruchan.
Yeah. Back in California,
Oh.
Friday night, you have a nice steak dinner. In New York, cup of noodles.
My dad said that.
You
to
told
me,
it. You told it.
to me and my fiance.
Yeah.
We probably have new listeners. It's a brand new case of listeners because
No shot. we have less. We just have the same listeners that we had, and some of them are left.
okay. So if you just a quick recap before I moved out with my fiance, my dad told me and Iram, he was like, over here you guys have a nice steak dinner Friday night. In New York, a cup of noodles Friday night for dinner. And we laughed. And then he said it like 10 more times. It really started to hurt my feelings.
Kept hitting the bag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, I was eating.
Hey, are we so different as stand-ups?
What was that?
Are we so different as stand-ups?
Oh, than him
We
doing
get a
that?
laugh, and then we say it 1,000 more times
To different people.
to different people.
My dad just sat there and said it to the very person he was offending.
Yeah, you don't you don't say it in the same room.
Said it in the same, and then you know what? And to his credit, new people kept coming into the room, and he would say it again.
Yeah.
So like my mom would come in, and he's like, and then I said this.
Yeah.
And then my mom would leave, and my uncle would walk in, and he's like, and then I said this.
Now, was it doing well?
No, everybody was mad at him. Everybody was like, stop.
Yeah.
And he was like, cup of noodles. Then he goes, he's like, you're never gonna make it in this business, kid. And he spit.
Come back and drive trucks.
So I was in the bathroom here, and dude, all right, I did my business. I turned on the bidet. Now I don't know how to use a bidet. I've never had one. Do you? I don't know if you got to wipe before and then bidet to fix it off, or what I did right now. I sprayed it with water, and then I went to go wipe, and it was still dirty.
You're supposed to wipe and then spray.
Okay.
I think it's wipe then spray.
And then wipe again?
Yes.
To check, right?
To check. The wipe is always the check.
So I sprayed for a good 30 seconds.
Did you kind of move around?
Well, that's what I'm headed to. Okay. I went to go wipe, and it was still like dirty as if I had never wiped. I was like, do I not know where my ass was at? I'm like, was I just?
You thought your balls were your ass?
Yeah, I thought shit came out of the back of my balls.
Yeah,
bro. I probably just have the cleanest gooch right now because I sprayed so long, and then I did it again.
Yo, my boy got the cleanest gooch.
Yo, y'all know Frankie? Which one? Man, you'll know when he walks in. Cleanest gooch in the game, baby.
Yeah, so you cleaned your ass with your, which is not even your bidet. It's
well, the previous.
It's a hand me down.
The previous tenants left it.
Yeah.
And but besides that, I also have another bidet. I have a spare one that I took from somebody else's apartment, and they were moving out, and they were too lazy to take it out.
Yeah.
And they're like, whoever wants to come take it out, and I fucking ran over there.
Hand me down bidets.
I got two. I got two bidets.
Why is that not gross?
Yeah.
Because you would never take another person's toilet seat, but something that you strap on and.
Well, because the water is new.
It's expelling. It's blasting you. You're not interacting with it. It's getting you.
Yeah.
It's new water.
The water is new, right?
Yeah.
Well, like,
but the faucet. I mean, how many people have farted directly into that faucet?
Like 7, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know her.
Yeah.
I don't know who she had over.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, the first time I used it was at a person's apartment, and if it did feel kind of nasty using it, because I was like, this is like this person's shit.
Right.
And then I said, well, I was like, when in Rome. Okay. And I went, and I ate it.
You're washing your face?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I used to have a joke about a bidet. You hated it. You remember?
No, it wasn't.
I said, I used a bidet recently, and I didn't even know what a bidet was. My friend told me about it. I was like, what is that? He was like, you don't know a bidet? I was like, no. He was like, you know, that thing that you use to shoot water in your ass? And I was like, are you talking about the shower?
I didn't hate it. Did I hate that?
Here's Mia.
Mia's calling.
I'll call her back.
Mia Faith expired hammer.
I would have her on, but my phone stinks.
Oh, yeah.
Bidet is nice. A bidet is good.
Yeah.
I don't know. Here's what I recently learned, like this year. You're supposed to like clean your ass in the shower with like a rag. You're supposed to like get in there. Yeah. Yeah.
Huh.
Did you know that?
No.
Yeah.
I just rinse myself in the shower. That's my meditate time.
You just get in there and just let water cascade on your body.
Yeah, and then I go like this. Sip in my mouth, let the water come in.
Yeah.
And then I go.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I brush my teeth in here too.
Yeah. Now, do you? No, but seriously, you do a body wash.
Yeah.
Do you use a cloth, or do you just take the body wash, you put it in your hands, and you just?
I just take the soap and rub it all over my body.
Yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. So, a couple of times I've done in between the cheeks, and that just felt wrong. I was like, someone's got to pay for this.
You go all the way in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was twice though.
Now was that like? Did you go like? You just kind of, or did you like kind of? Did you go up in there?
I don't go up in there, man.
You never been up in there?
When I'm wiping, I do, but not in the shower.
You went up in there when you wipe?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You don't? You do? Well, because I have the toilet paper.
Well,
you do it bare hands?
No, I use paper, but the way I do it is I clamp. I like use the seat to separate. Like I kind of, because I got big fat ass cheeks, I use the seat to kind of perch my cheeks on each seat, and then it kind of it opens it wide, and then I just do it for one because I gotta lean, and so I use it, and then I one cheek is being held like pinned to the side by the seat. Yeah. And then the other, so I can kind of, but I don't like stick when I'm wiping my ass, I do not stick my finger in my ass.
But you do in the shower.
I have. But that had nothing to do with getting clean.
That was just for pleasure?
That was just for an experiment. I was doing science. but yeah, I stuck it in there one time.
Really?
Yeah.
I do it almost not all the way though. I do maybe like half a knuckle.
What? Why do it if you're not going to go all the way?
No,
you're scared that if you'll find that you enjoy it too much?
No. I mean, I was just kidding. Half a knuckle's like up to here.
Yeah.
I got scared. I thought you thought I was serious. That was a joke.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't know, but
no, I go like half a fingertip. You go up there a little bit, and you fucking.
I don't do it. I don't do it much anymore. I don't make it a habit, but I've definitely done it before, where I'm just like, all the way.
And this is what you guys been missing. We've been gone for 3 months, and this is the topic.
Yeah. Well, we're a little rusty, so
what have you been up to since I've been gone?
Okay, so when did you leave? You left Halloween?
No,
yeah, I left like right after.
I left a week before Thanksgiving.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, so you left like mid-November.
Mm-hmm.
So you were here when Jem moved here. So Sam, my roommate, moved out.
Right.
Then Jem moved in.
Yeah. Which I seen twice. I saw him twice.
Yeah. Oh, he's gone now.
Yeah.
Because it was just like, maybe we should. I don't know. Nothing bad. He just
left.
It was just he was splitting his time. He's a drummer. He's a comic. He's a substitute teacher. He does catering. He's all over the place.
Right.
He's like a Rolling Stone. He's kind of like you, a little bit.
Oh.
So he couldn't really justify paying the apartment
if he was never there.
Because he was never there.
Which is the reason why I bought the van in the first place 5 years ago. Because I had an apartment back in Riverside, California.
Yeah.
I was never there, and I was paying $8.95 a month.
Yeah.
Which is crazy cheap.
Yeah. It's pretty good. But still.
Yeah, I was never there. I would sleep there. I would do truck driving jobs.
Yeah.
And then I'd go do open mics or shows. And then I'd go and sleep for like 4 hours, and then I'd leave again.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, what is this?
Yeah.
Anyways, so I completely get that.
Yeah, so Jem is like that too.
Right. And then so he left.
So he left, and then we just got Mia Faith Hammond.
Mia Faith expired ham and eggs.
And who is very funny.
She's, yeah.
I don't think she's really doing stand-up right now.
She is my favorite funny person.
Yeah, she's great. She's like a Rory Scovel.
When I first moved to the city,
she's a true unique. There's no one like her.
Yeah, when I first moved to the city, I was like shy. I wouldn't talk to anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And every time I would see her, I remember I worked up just the balls to go up to her and be like, hey, I think you're the funniest person I've ever seen, which was true.
Yeah.
And then now you get to know her later, and she's like younger than me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bro, she's so funny. And like, she's never not joking. It's fucking exhausting talking to her.
It's a little bit. Yeah. Like whenever there was like a month where I ran into her in public like 4 times.
Yeah.
And every time I run into her, I'm like, oh, fuck, I got to bring it. I'm like, I got to be funny. And now it's like that, like every day.
Yeah. Now she lives with you.
Now she lives with me. But we have a keyboard, so we play like silly songs. Bro, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, she cannot not be funny.
She's hilarious.
It's like I get excited every time I see her. I get excited and subconscious. That's what I meant by it's exhausting.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Because like you know that feeling you get when you're about to get on stage or you're about to bomb.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh god.
Yeah. Yeah.
I gotta bring it. But like being around her more, I just get more comfortable, and it's just more.
Yeah.
I was really jealous of Ethan because he became good friends with her. I was like, oh, you motherfucker.
Yeah, I remember that when they would walk around. Ethan was always like,
I'm like, they're probably having the best time in the world.
Very good with the ladies.
Anyways.
Not like that, but like Ethan is like both good with women and also like can be good friends with them.
Yeah. So all right. So what's going on?
So you left, and it was I got involved with Walter, who I don't think we've talked about that.
Oh no! All right, yeah. Well, fill us in.
Well, I don't want to talk about it because I don't know if it's going to happen or not. But basically, there's a potential that I might be making a documentary with this guy. So it's just like there's more editing stuff I've been doing.
What does this guy look like?
He's Korean. He's old. He's like 70.
How'd you guys meet?
At a mic. He was just there.
Yeah.
It was just an audience. He's just interested. He was like, comedians are so self-defacing and have such low value. It's fascinating. Like he's not. I say he's Korean. Like he's from Baltimore, but it's a cool dude. So he has all this footage, and we might cut it. So that's been
exciting, yeah.
kind of interesting. Damn, man, I'm like. I should have had like some stories ready for you, but like I don't know.
Well, I got one, dude.
My life has just been like kind of a blur. Went home for Thanksgiving, went home for Christmas, came back. I made I made 3 episodes of a fake news show with Nikhil and Mustafa. Yeah. So it's been like little side projects.
You were
Alex and I wrote that.
Some things that you didn't want to tell me in person because you wanted to save them for the pod. Did anything happen when you went back home?
No, I don't know, man. You tell me your thing, and then I'll try to. Sorry,
you didn't think of anything on the way here,
guys. Yeah, I just thought we would just go. I didn't realize we were gonna suck. I didn't realize we were gonna forget how to do this after 3 months.
No, well, dude. Well, here's the thing. I had planned to move back here in January, like the 1st of January. The last week of December, I was scrambling with Iram to find a new spot. Why I moved back home is because some bullshit happened in my old apartment where I won't get too much into. But the guy who was on the lease was never really on the lease, and I was just kind of in the room. And the guy bounced. He skipped town, as they say. So
old school.
Yeah, he skipped town.
You never see him again unless you go on YouTube and
Instagram.
Yeah,
and he posts his dates.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he skips town. And now he sends a message. He goes, "Hey, they're gonna put a eviction notice on the thing. So I don't know if you guys have 30 days to get out after that. So you guys can get out whenever you want." And I was like, "All right." So I gathered my stuff. I threw them into storage, and I was like, "I gotta get out of here." So I went to California. So now I'm in like apartment searching mode. I'm in California with Iram. I'm like, "Yo, we gotta find a spot." So those 3 months, I was at home. I was truck driving, helping my dad out. I wasn't being with Iram. Being with my friends and online searching up apartments. So now up until this time I've been building my credit, right?
Yeah.
For like the whole year because I knew this was gonna come. I'm like at some point I'm gonna need to run a credit check. So I've been just fucking working on my credit. So it's like at 700.
And how do you build your credit for our listeners who are still
Well, take some advice from me.
For them, not for me. I know.
You just start paying your shit off, dude.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you just start fucking paying it off. Maybe spend a little, pay it off. But I don't know shit about running the credit, as you will find out.
I was hoping you wouldn't say that.
As you will find out.
So I have to pay my credit card.
Yeah. Well, dude, I mean these fucking people, dude. These banks, they're in the business of debt. That's their business.
Yeah.
They sell you debt. And you go, yes, and you take their money, and you go, thank you,
and you go, they give you debt, and what you think they gave you was a TV.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
You're like, woo!
So they give you debt, and they're like, here, have all this money, also pay us fucking 29%, asshole.
Yeah.
And you're like, thanks.
Yeah.
And then you do it, and then you pay it back, and then the bank goes, would you like here's more debt? Would you like to buy more debt? But they don't say it like that. They go, oh my God, you are amazing with money. Here's $20,000. And you're like, do I deserve it? And they're like, we don't care,
right,
but use it, and then we'll be taking money from you.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh. And
they're
then,
like,
and then you don't pay
they're
it
like,
off.
so you did good with 1,000. Let's see how much you could do with. Let's see how you do when there's real temptation on the line.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then you don't pay it. I lost my train of thought.
They give you 20,000, and you go.
And you go,
do I deserve this? And they go,
We don't.
I don't know.
We don't know, but here it is.
Maybe.
Now keep paying us, and then spend the rest of your life paying it.
Yeah.
And they just make you feel like you're important when they're in the business of selling debt.
Right.
So anyway, so when you pay it off, they go, "Oh my God, you're so good. Here's your credit score. It's gonna go high, so you can get more."
Yep.
And then you don't pay it. They go, "Hey, everybody. This guy's bad at borrowing money. This guy's bad at debt. Don't stop fucking giving him money. We're a little piece of shit, this guy."
Yeah.
And they spit on you.
Yeah.
So what you want to do to make them happy? Well, fuck that, dude. After I pay off my credit card, I'm done with that shit. So what they do is that you just show them that you're good at borrowing money, and then your credit score goes up.
Yep.
So anyway, so I'm like paying my shit off, paying.
I'm good at borrowing money.
But now you're not good at paying them back.
Right.
So your credit score's probably low.
It is.
Yeah.
It is very low.
So anyway, so my shit was a little while ago, and I'm like, all right, let me just
starts with a 5.
So I'm like, let me just let me just hop on this. So I'm like paying it off. Eventually,
You're working.
Yeah, I'm more.
What kind of hours you doing when you're back? For these
It's like more.
So you were gone for like 2 months. I was thinking it was 3, but really it was more like 2.
It was like
because you got back mid-January or like the end of January and you left mid-November. I thought you left right at the beginning of November. I can't even remember.
No, it was like in the middle.
Yeah.
So I'm working on my credit score is getting better, and I'm like, all right, cool. Let's fucking start looking for apartments. We started looking. We started applying. You know, we're like this is nice. We like this part of town. Let's do this one. Let's do that one. So we're just applying everywhere. And then finally, not applying. Sorry, like fucking like emailing, talking to people. Finally, when we start applying to the ones that we want, which I was kind of timing it to be like around Christmas time because I knew nobody else would be like moving in those times. So my competition would be lower, like other potential renters. So finally, one hits me up, and he goes, "Yeah, man, just submit everything, blah blah blah." And I submit everything, and he goes, "Yo, your credit score is fucking garbage, asshole."
Yeah.
Now, when I moved back, I'm not gonna get too much into it. When I moved back, like shit was going down where I didn't make any payments for my credit cards. I had 2. I was making so I spent all year building it up, missed fucking 3 payments, and it tanked it. Dude.
Oh yeah,
it fucking tanked it. So now I'm like, dude,
you just forgot or like what happened?
No, I didn't forget. I was helping out with other things.
Yeah.
That I really don't want to dive into deep to. But I was just like helping like with family shit.
Right.
And I didn't pay off fuck the banks, whatever. And I was like, dude, now no one's gonna rent us an apartment. Or like fucking, they're gonna look at my credit score and be like, yo, get out of town, asshole. Right. And I'm like, I am out of town. I'm trying to get back into town. They're like, they don't care for that.
Stay out of town.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, stay out of town.
Yeah.
So now we're like, oh shit, dude, what do we do? Iram's already fucking like, she has a party, a going away party being thrown for her. So like now she can't be like, I can't, I gotta stay actually.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like,
once you put the party on the books, you have to leave.
You have to.
Yeah.
Dude, one time there was this comic back home. Her name was Ren. I think she probably listens. She had a party. She had a going away party. Yeah. And like 2 months later, we're like, dude, aren't we supposed to fucking be leaving? She goes, well, plans. So they threw it too early.
Yeah. Did she leave?
Yeah, she's out in the East Coast now. She's like a fucking physicist. She works in space.
When I left Raleigh, there was a ceremony, like a Raleigh comedy ceremony.
Yeah.
And they threw me an in memoriam.
What?
They said we want to say a prayer for Luke, who's gone to New York to die, but don't worry, he'll be back very soon.
Oh, well.
Once I get my credit score up, I'm gonna buy a gun, and I'm going back. Fucking assholes, huh?
Dude, yeah. So, anyways, so we're fucking looking. So we're like, dude, what are we gonna do? So we start looking for subleases. Yeah. Right, we gotta find at least a sublease because I'm like thinking, bro, my van's out there, all my shit's in a storage. I don't want to keep paying for a fucking storage out there, and there's no way I'm like living in California or staying in California. I'm like, I have to go back to New York. So we're looking for subleases, and we found one.
You said we have to go back, Kate.
Kate. I said that.
You know, it's from Lost.
Lost. Oh, I never seen Lost.
You never saw it?
It's an amazing show, or what?
It really tanks it at the end.
Really?
Really takes a shit. But it's good.
I never got into Lost.
Yeah. Anyway.
So we find a sublease in the East Village in a fucking beautiful part of town. and then on Craigslist. And I messaged the guy. The guy messaged me back. I'm like, all right, cool. A lot of scams are going on Craigslist. I don't know if you noticed.
I don't spend a lot of time on there.
Dude,
But-
when you're looking for when you're desperate,
Yeah.
you go on Craigslist.
Yeah.
Bro, Craigslist is like where you go when you're like down on your luck, when it's your like last resort. So I'm like, I'm on fucking Craigslist. People, there's a bunch of Indians on there trying to scam me, and I'm like, no, thank you. And I finally find a guy, and I'm like, yo, I'm not in New York right now, but I got a buddy that can go check out the apartment for me. And he goes, oh yeah, sure. And that's when you come in.
I
And,
remember.
Yeah, you go to the East Village and you meet this guy.
Yeah.
And so what happens when you go meet him?
Well, I get over there, and the guy answers the door. He's like a tall. He looks like a Tim Burton character.
Well,
He looked like I don't know. He was nice, but he was
yeah. He seemed very nice.
It was an unsettling vibe for sure.
Really?
That place was a shithole, man. He dodged a bullet.
So we were gonna sublease this
But
guy.
I like that guy.
That guy was great.
Yeah.
Well, from the video. So Luke sends me a video, and Luke goes, "We're rolling." He like starts off on the guy.
Yeah.
And the guy goes straight up into character mode. He goes, "Hey, you're Frankie." I really
Yeah.
like this voice.
Yeah.
He had a good voice.
Yeah, he
so
does.
we were gonna sublease this place, but it was just his living room area, and his room was like locked off. So it was like a very
That's
small.
where he had his gear. He had a bunch of film gear in there.
Yeah.
He was going to live with he was living
Fiancé.
with his fiance.
You know, although a little too old to have a fiance. Guy was like 70.
He was not 70. He was like probably 48.
No way, dude. He was like your dad's age.
He might have been.
He was like 55
He
or
was
something.
probably 50.
5.
You can have a fiance when you're 50.
Really?
Yeah.
It's brutal.
What do you think when you hit a certain age, you just go, "We're married"?
Honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's yeah.
You don't think you can be romantic past a
You can
certain
be
age?
romantic, but you're gonna have a fiance.
You know what's interesting? Speaking about this, I just met a girl like a little while ago
Yeah.
off Hinge,
Yeah.
and we had 3 dates.
Nice.
They were nice. We got along well.
Wow.
After the last date, we went back to her place.
Yeah.
We had a nice evening.
Whoa.
We did, we had an encounter.
An encounter with an alien?
Yeah, it was a supernatural encounter. And that's so we did that, and then
You give her the sneaky tiki between the cheeky? Have you seen 50 First Dates?
yeah, no, I don't remember that,
Oh.
but yeah, that's what happened. And then we were talking about like, oh, we're gonna plan an activity. Our next date should be an activity.
Yeah.
And so I go home, and then a couple hours later, I text her, "Do you like roller skating?" And she
Yeah.
goes, "I don't think this is gonna work."
Wow, dude.
And she goes, "Yeah, we're just not really, like I like you. You're very nice.
Yeah.
I had a good time,
Aw.
but we're not romantically compatible."
Shit.
And I was like, "It's Hinge. Like, what do you?"
Yeah.
I thought we were doing this because we were because we're not. Like, when do you meet someone off Hinge and you're like, sparks are flying right now? I thought that had to, like, if you want that, fuck somebody that you work with. Like, don't. Anyway, I don't think it was that. I think it was that the sex was bad.
Was it bad?
It wasn't great. It wasn't my best.
You should have told her, like, come on, give me another chance.
Give me another shot. I'll get on the bike. I'll ride the bike 3 times this week.
What is that?
Like the bike at the gym.
Oh, I thought like that was like a new sex move.
No.
I'll get on the bike.
I'll get on the bike this time. It's like that bike that Mac has. And oh wait, you haven't seen that?
Well, you know what, dude? I don't know. I've been out of the game for a long while.
Yeah.
So I don't know what
What
people
do you think happened? Do you think she was just being nice and she just thought that my dick game was trash?
Can a woman be so shallow at this age to do that? I don't know, cause like that makes sense from like a 50-year-old trying to fuck you with a young guy, being like his dick is trash. On to the next guy. But I feel like younger chicks, like your age, right? She was like 20s.
Yeah.
I feel like they're like more emotional. So I don't know if it was strictly that.
Yeah. Also, I'm like, sex can get better.
Yeah.
Like, but like, to be fair, like, we weren't, like, it was like we were getting along fine. I made her laugh.
Yeah.
You know, it was good.
And that's all you cared about.
No.
Making her laugh.
No, I'm just running my joke. She's like, oh, that's good.
You're like, number 2. Running.
Dude.
Steamy shit.
I was running bits by Rachel, my roommate, Rachel Darbus, who we know from the pod. And, she like just did not want to talk about it, but I was just, I was just being kind of annoying. I was like, what do you think about this? And she went, yeah, try it at a mic. I was like, yeah, I know, try it at a mic. But, well, it's getting a little dark. Should we cut on the light?
Nah, there we go.
We're at 30 minutes. Are you shitting me? God, we are eating it.
No, I guess I got my stories still, dude.
Okay, cool.
From the apartment.
Anyway, so yeah, that was.
So you go check out the apartment with the guy, and then you call me back. You're like, this place is a fucking shithole.
I told you.
And
you wanted that.
I wanted to stay there for 2 months while me and Adam found a real place. And so around that time, I was like, you're like, it's a shithole. And I'm like, fuck. I'm telling you, I'm like, but it's in a very nice part of town. You know, you walk out. I mean, we're in Manhattan. What more do you want?
Yeah.
New York, Manhattan. We're in the village.
Yeah.
And in the back of my mind, I'm like, fuck.
What more do you want? Maybe just running water, I guess.
Yeah. So it was, describe it for the people at home.
It was the type of place that had been covered in a sheen of clumpy white paint. You know, it was like a cockroach painted over. All the outlets were,
painted over.
Like, yeah, like imagine running your fingers on the walls and it's just like chalky and flaky and scratchy. Like if you put a marble on the floor, it would roll into a corner and it'll disappear in a crack. Yeah, exactly. Just like a real just shit box. Just like. It was like none of the walls connected. They were none of like there was no. It was like everything was like every wall and floor was put in by a different person. Like someone had a different idea. It looked like a Dali, painting, like where all the proportions are distorted, and it was a horrible pink and white and then, fluorescent light.
And we weren't going to have a bed. We were going to have a pull-out couch.
Yeah.
And I was like trying to sell it out. I'm like, bro, it's only for 2 months. Like, I just really did not want to be in California longer than I had to.
Yeah.
I just wanted to get back out here, just get back in the get back in the rat race.
Yeah.
I just needed to get back. And she was like, fuck, fine, I don't know. And she kept looking for places. And I was telling her, I'm like, stop looking for places because we're going to fucking like do the thing where we go for 2 things at once and we don't keep any of them. And then she goes, no, we got to find a place. And then she finds this website. I don't even know if I want to give it a plug. She finds this website where it's a subleasing website.
Uh-huh. Why do you not want to give it a plug? Because you don't want other people to move into this building?
No, because they have really bad reviews online.
Okay.
Well, I'll give it a plug at the end. So she goes, look at this place. And I'm like, I don't. It was like an Instagram page, and it goes sublease this place for 2 months, and it was like fucking like somewhere way up in the Bronx, and I'm like, I don't know. And it's like another one, and it's like in fucking by the ferries somewhere, and I'm like, I don't know, dude. And she goes,
it was by the ferries.
Yeah, by the
Upper West,
Chelsea. Yeah, we got him again. And I'm like, it's like it's gonna be a scam, dude. I'm like, these things are never real. And then
Upper West is not gay. I'm just trying to think of one.
Yeah, no, me too.
Yeah,
it's Chelsea.
Chelsea's better.
So we find I find one, and it's I'm just attracted to shitty apartments because I think it's more realistic. So I find like a shitty 1-bedroom apartment up by Columbus Circle by the park, and I'm like, it's like $1,800 a month. And I'm like, I think this is something. So, and it's on his website. It's called Ohana, by the way. OHANA. I click on the web on the thing, and it's like a little Chinese girl, and she goes, and this is my kitchen, and that's the bathroom, and that's the bed, and that's the whole thing. And she's like, with like somebody talking. I goes, all right, let's go. She goes, okay. And she turns it off, and I'm like, well, this seems real.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't imagine a scammer being like, trying to make a video like this with
I
her
like
boyfriend.
that that was your Chinese.
No, that's my
This is my.
that's a tiny Chinese girl.
Yeah.
And then at the end, she went like this. She threw up the peace sign, and the guy goes, okay, let's go. And I'm like, all right, well, this seems real. And I message the girl, and I'm like, hey, what's up? My name is Frank. I'm moving to whatever the fuck. I'm engaged. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I only do cocaine. Like, my girlfriend's coming with me, and she doesn't smoke. She doesn't
Thought
drink.
you were applying for health insurance?
Yeah. And I wait, and I get a response, not by the little Chinese girl, but by the website, by Ohana. And it's this lady. She goes, hey, what's up? My name is Sarah. I see you're trying to move out here. Like, let me know if you want to hop on a call. And I'm like, all right, a call. A scammer wouldn't want to hop on a call. And then if we do hop on a call, I can tell pretty quickly if it's a scam or not by the accent.
Okay.
So I'm like, yeah, call me tomorrow, like around 2 p.m. She goes, all right, for sure. Next day comes, she calls me at 2 p.m. Oh no, I get a phone call. I'm like, what is this, fucking Texas? I'm like, fucking scammers. And I get it again, and I'm like, all right, let me just answer and tell these people off.
You forgot?
Yeah, and I answer. I'm like, listen here, you motherfucker. She goes, hi, this is Sarah from Ohana. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, hey, Sarah.
Yeah, you were like, oh, what?
Yeah. And she goes, hey, so I see, like, what's your budget? Where do you want to live? Whatever. And I tell her my situation. I'm like, well, we were looking for an apartment, but we want to be in New York first. We want to see what it's like living in New York together first, whatever. Do you have any like long-term subleases? And she goes, all right. And then she sends me 4 options, bro. 4, and they're all like for 4 months sublease, 5 months sublease. So like for like almost like half a year. And I'm like, bro, this is great because this will give us a chance to get on an apartment, and then while we look for a real one, for like one where we could actually sign a lease on. So I'm clicking on all of them, on all the options she sends me, and then she sends me one, and it says 6-month sublease with the option to sign onto the lease at the end of the sublease. So for the people fucking listening, a sublease is like your name's not on the thing, and then the lease it'll be like your name, like you signed a contract to be on it for a year.
Yeah.
So that's this, and I was like, oh shit. So I called it. I'm like, hey, here's the thing. It's for 6 months, and we can just stay there afterwards. And it was like fucking a godsend, dude, if that's the right word. A send from God. Mm-hmm. It was a blessing in disguise. No disguise.
Yeah.
And I told the lady, I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, yo, this was perfect. And she goes, all right, well, let me talk to the girl because she's looking or whatever. And then so we get on a 3-way phone call, and I'm like naked and shit. I'm like, hey, what's up, lady?
Yeah. Yeah. Are we doing this?
We get on a 3-way phone call. And the girl's like, yeah, I'm moving out to Philly. Fucking, I need somebody to take over this place and whatever. And the lady goes, well, we have another call after this. I'm like, bro, no call after this. Like, just throw my name on the thing. Dude, I'm like the worst buyer. Like any salesman could be like, we have another guy interested. And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I'll give you $5,000 more. So I'm like, just give me the papers now. I'll fucking sign them. And she goes, all right. And I sign everything. I scan it. I don't even read it. And then I'm like, bro, am I getting scammed? Because I was still back home. Right. So I give them broken spiders.
Yeah.
I send them the what's it called? The deposit?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called? For
security deposit.
Security. I send them the security deposit. And I'm like, oh fuck. Did I just get scammed?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so for like 2 months, I was fucking very terrified. I'm like, I don't know. But like I kept
It was not 2 months ago.
I was like, oh yeah, it's like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I'm talking to the girl the whole time, so it's making me feel better. She goes, yo, so the light bill's there, as you want to take the light. So like, just tell me like a bunch of legit stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, either there's like the most elaborate scam of all time.
Yeah.
Or it's actually happening. And then I finally get here.
She's like, the light bill's this, the water's this. You can just send me that. Like,
Bro, the day before, I happened to message me, the old renter, and then the people who work here. And we're like, hey, like, fucking, can we talk to Sarah real quick for something? And then she goes, oh, Sarah quit. And I'm like, oh, God, dude, here it comes. Here's the fucking scam. And then the girl was like, "Yo, I'm not in town right now," and I was sitting in your couch.
Yeah.
I was like, "Bro, I just got fucking played, bro," because I paid the direct deposit, and a month later I paid the first month's rent.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they just fucking
got you for both.
I'm like, God damn it, dude. And then the girl's like, "Whoa, I can't really meet up for the keys today, this and that," and I'm like, I'm gonna need to fucking just live with Luke.
I didn't hear about that.
When you were going to.
Yeah.
And I was like, God. But then the girl goes, "But you know what? My friend's at the apartment right now. If you want to get the keys," I fucking sprinted over here, dude.
Yeah.
I was like, if it's a scam, I need to find that right now.
Yeah.
I got here and the girl was like, "Jesus Christ."
Yeah.
I'm like,
oh, you met her?
"Yeah, no, I met the girl's friend."
Okay.
And I was like, "Where are the keys?" She's like,
Yeah.
"It's right here." And I went, "Bro, though, I get such a sigh of relief."
Yeah. So you saw this place all furnished and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did not care for the setup.
What was it looking like? Should we show?
No.
Should we turn the camera?
No.
Give them a little taste.
Well, I'll put it in the intro.
Okay.
But yeah, dude, now I'm here.
It's beautiful, man. It's awesome. I love this place. We got a great view. They can't see it, but got a nice little kitchen. We're going to spend all our time over here now.
Please. Oh, you guys want to spend the night on Thursday or Wednesday?
Yeah.
Alex, bring a sleeping bag.
Okay.
Because I don't.
No, it's okay. I'll just sleep in your bed with you.
All right. You think I'm scared to be gay?
That's a throwback. Well, congrats, man. Congrats on the place.
Dude.
I know it was kind of a big deal when you got your first place, or it seemed like it, but this is like much better.
Well, yeah. No, it was. Yeah, the first place was like because it was like my first time out of the van.
Yeah.
But this is like my first like.
First time like signing on to something.
Yeah, dude. Like no
the real deal.
roommates. The thing that I will say about like no roommates, when I moved into the other place, they had everything. They had a TV, they had fucking cups,
Yeah.
they had forks, they were just grab anything. And I was like, yes.
Yeah.
And then over here, I have like one fork that keeps getting dirty.
Yeah, I was gonna drink my coffee out of that.
Oh yeah, out of my coffee maker.
Out of the espresso maker, but yeah, man, this is cool. So what's Iram gonna do when she gets here?
Fucking cooking and cleaning. That's what.
All
No,
right.
what you mean for work?
Yeah.
I'm gonna work from home.
Oh, okay.
Just remote stuff,
Yeah.
and then
You're both gonna have a desk.
oh yeah, no, she could use mine.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, this is it, bro. So nothing happened when you went home for New Year's or Christmas or Thanksgiving, bro. When I got in the van, you're like, I gotta tell you things, and then you were like, I'm gonna save it for
Did
the
I tell
pod.
you about the tape?
What tape?
Okay.
Oh,
this
here
is
we
what
go.
it was. This is what it was. I remember what it was.
Oh boy,
So
folks, if you stuck around this far, you're in for a treat. I feel like.
So I did a show
Yeah.
in November,
Okay.
right around the time that you left, and I had a good set.
Nice.
And the person who booked me on the show said, "We're gonna tape all these,
Yeah.
and then we're gonna send you the tape. Don't bother me about the tape, though." So I said, "Okay, sounds good." I did my set,
Yeah.
had a good set,
Yeah.
and then left the show. Didn't hear from them for a couple of weeks, and I said, "It's okay. I won't bug
said,
them
"Don't
about
bother."
that." Then I got a message from somebody, and they said, "Hey, are you interested in maybe trying to do some barking at this club?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, I would love to. Let me see if I can get this tape." So this was 2 weeks after the show, and I reached out and I said, "Hey," I'll tell you exactly what I said. I said, "Hey, totally cool if not, but I just thought I'd ask. Any shot you have that tape from the show yet?"
Yeah.
And she goes, "Not yet." And I said, "Gotcha. Thanks. Thanks again for the spot. I had a blast." She said, "Of course. Enjoyed your set." I said, "Thanks." So then I saw her in person like a few days after that. And I said,
Oh.
"Hey, I'm sorry that I know you didn't want me to bug you about the tape. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
I just, somebody had mentioned that they might try to get me in this place and I wanted to have the tape." And she goes, "Yeah, it's okay. The reason that we're not sending out the tape yet is because we want to use it to like promote our show." And I was like, "What?" She was like, "Yeah, we basically will clip up your set and we'll like do your best jokes and we'll put it on our page and then we'll collaborate with you."
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, well, I'm a video editor. If you want, you can just give me that tape. I'll cut my own clips. I'll collaborate with you. You don't have to pay me.
Yeah. Just give me my fucking tape.
Just give me my goddamn tape.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't say it like that, but I was like, this will totally be mutually beneficial. You know? And she goes, oh yeah, that sounds cool. Like, let's do that. I'm like, cool. So you'll just send it to me. And she goes, yeah, I'll send it to you. So then, a couple days would go by, radio silence, hear nothing from her. And I said, hey, I have some time to cut the clip this week if you send me the tape.
Yeah.
Didn't hear anything for 2.5 weeks. That was on December 10th. On December 28th, I follow up and I say, any shot I could get that tape soon? I'd really like to start reaching out to clubs this year, and that's the best tape I have at the moment. And she goes, I'd film another tape. Everyone's on break for the holidays. And I said, are you saying to film another tape because I'm not going to get that one? It's not easy to just film a tape. And she goes, yep, takes a lot to produce a show like that. The team worked hard, stood outside for days barking so we could draw in a big crowd. Thanks for understanding. And I said, I know, and I appreciate it. Last time I saw you, you said you'd send me the tape and I'd cut a clip and collaborate with you on it. Yeah. Have I done something to offend you? Why won't you send me the tape?
Oh, God.
She goes, please read above. This is getting silly. We put a lot of work into the show. And I said, you're not even addressing what I'm asking you about. You're just saying we work hard on the show. And she said, yes. And I said, I'm saying, can you send the tape?
Oh, God.
We work hard on the show.
She said that?
Is not an answer to that question. I said, I'm saying, can you send the tape?
Yeah.
We work hard on the show is not an answer to, can you send the tape?
Yeah.
She goes, please respect our timeline. I also told you when you initially asked me not to ask me again that we are working on our own timeline. You got to perform in front of a crowd and in a space that we put a lot of work into. And now you're not respecting our timeline when I told you our team is on break. And I said, you not only said your team is on break, you said, get another tape, which is clear hostility. And then she said, sorry you feel that way. Oh. And I said, you're saying respect my timeline. What timeline? You've given me no timeline to respect. You just keep pushing me off. The show was a month and a half ago. When I saw you at Star Bar, you said you'd send me the tape and I'd cut a clip and collaborate with you. What changed? And she said, no.
Oh.
And I said, you didn't say that? And she goes, you should focus on making a tape for your purposes. We cannot accommodate your timeline. Best of luck.
Oh, God.
And I said something else. Do you know her?
No. She looks like she would say all that, though.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
I said, you're assuming my timeline and you aren't being transparent about your own. All I'm asking is for a clear picture on when I can get the tape. I don't understand why you're being so defensive about the whole thing.
So funny, bro. This is why they were... This would happen to somebody that says, don't bother us about the tape.
She was right. To be fair, like I did bother her about the tape. But how hard is it to send me a tape?
Have you guys talked or seen her ever since?
No.
Damn.
How difficult is it to just fucking send me the tape? It takes 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Also, I'll get your work done for you. I will do the work.
For free.
For free.
Damn.
Well, who do you think's in the wrong?
No, not you. You.
I guess I asked her for the tape.
I don't know. It's just it is funny that she said don't bother us for the tape. And then this happened.
Yeah, like she knew, like she was like, I'm not going down that road again.
But like her saying like, oh, that sounds good to your plan makes me feel like she's in the wrong. To be like, oh yeah, we'll send you the tape, you do the work, send it back, and you're like, hey, just give me the thing and then we'll do it for you.
Yeah.
But now this is like what, 4 months ago? 3 months ago?
Yeah, like 2.5.
Damn. And then she booked you on the show?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I did good on the show. Also, she went up on the show And the first comic was black, and then she went up after and she went, "Yeah, I just thought I'd start you guys out with a little dark meat." So that's who we're dealing
That's
with.
cold.
So anyway, did you do any sets while you were back?
Yeah, I did. Oh,
How much did you
fuck.
get up?
I didn't. I got my ingrown toenail taken out.
Oh yeah, tell me about
I
that.
already talked about that, I think.
Yeah.
Did I?
No.
I didn't talk about that on the last one?
You made a vlog.
Huh. I think with Carlos, though, I talked about my ingrown toenail.
Yeah. Did anything happen while you were out there? Anything cool with stand up?
No, just spots, gigs. Shout out to everybody in Riverside.
Yeah. I went up to Henniker with Mike. That was fun.
Yeah, you took my van up there. How was it?
It was great. It was a lot of fun. But so when we were going up there, Mike was like, I ran into Mike on Tuesday. He was going up that weekend.
Yeah.
And Mike is the one who Frankie was going on the road with last year a bunch.
Big Mike.
And Mike saw, because I had driven into the city, he saw his van. He saw your van parked right across the street from his apartment.
He took a picture of it and sent it to me.
Yeah, and he knew exactly where I was. So he like went to Joey Rose's and found me and was like, "Hey, do you think I could use the van this week to drive up to Henniker?" And I was like, "Well, you know, if you let me," like I kind of half jokingly was like, I'll take you if you let me open."
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah, maybe." And
Dude, fucking, I love Mike. He's just like such like a non-bullshit. Like he just says, he goes, yeah. No. I remember one time, I forget, fucking, we're talking about shows, and then like some chick, fucking, I think he was talking about taking some girl on the road, and I was like, what? I was like, you're not gonna take me? And he goes, well, she's way funnier.
Yeah.
And I was like, Jesus.
Yeah,
Mike?
yeah. Well, you know what's funny is, so we were driving up. So, you know, we make the plan, we confirm it with you.
Yeah.
And then we're driving up and we're talking about like who's funny, who he's seen, and like this and that. And then I'm like, "Mike, have you ever like seen me do comedy?" And he was like, "No." I was like, "I can't." I was like, "So you don't even know if I'm good?" He's like, "Yeah, no, I don't." And so, but anyway, so we're going up there. We're staying with his friend. You remember his friend?
Yeah. I love that guy. He made me a pin.
And we were going up, and I pick up Mike that Friday, and he gets in, and he's like, "Yeah, you know, this guy that we're staying with, he's really mad at me right now." And I was like, "What? Why?" And he's like, "Well, we basically made plans to go skiing because we saw it's going to snow this weekend. So we made plans to go skiing. Then we told him that we were going skiing, and he was like, 'Oh, you're not going to invite me?' And we were like, 'We're telling you about it. That's us inviting you.' And he's like, 'Well, what is your friend going to do while we're skiing? Just hang out with my wife and my baby?' And I was like, 'That's me? What? What are you getting me into?'
Yeah.
So we like, he's like, he's fine. He'll just he'll just suss you out when you get there and see if he likes you. And if he doesn't like you, you just come to the lodge with us, and you can just be in the lodge while we, while we ski." I'm like, that sounds not fun too. But so we get up there, and I meet the guy and his wife and his baby, and the guy is like, "Yeah, this guy is cool. Like, you can stay here. Like he likes me."
Yeah.
And the next morning, but like it's still kind of ambiguous, like what exactly we're gonna do. The next morning, I wake up, I hear everyone is already up. I'm like the last one up. It's like 8. It's like 8 because they're all going. And normally I don't get up at 8, but I'm a guest in their house, so I'm like, I gotta get up. So I get up, I walk upstairs, and they're like, "Oh, hey, Luke, like, yeah, you can just stay here." And I'm like, "Are you sure?" He's like, "No, it's fine. Come over here, sit with my wife." He says her name, but he's like, I don't want to say their names. He's like, "Sit with her. She's going to be breastfeeding, so just like, don't look at her tits." And he says that right in front of her, and I'm like, okay. So they go skiing, and then and I didn't want to go back to bed because I was like, that'll be rude.
Yeah.
So I just spent the morning with this guy's wife and his baby watching the Great British Baking Show.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was good.
Nice.
One of the contestants was in way over her head. I mean,
You know what's funny? She was probably thinking like, "Yo, just go back to the room."
Right.
And you were like, "I gotta go back to the room, but I don't want to be rude."
right. We both wanted me to go back to the room, but
Yeah.
out of some depraved sense of obligation, I stayed. And so, but it was nice. It wasn't bad. It was nice morning. And then like
You went
she
for a
was like,
walk,
"Do you want to
huh?
help me walk the dogs?"
Yeah.
So I went with her. We walked the dogs. We go by the lake. We go through the woods. It's like a beautiful day. There's snow on the ground. It's kind of like we're even to the point where we didn't have to like talk. Like we were just kind of walking quietly, and it was nice. And I was like,
You're like, "This is my baby now."
I was like, this is like a little trial run for like, like what it would be like to just like, do you like this? Is this something that you might be interested in? You know, like,
Yeah.
you know, a wife and a baby and some dogs out in the woods. You know, you could have it all if you just give up comedy.
Except it's not, because you got the nice part of it. You're like, "We'll walk, go for a walk, look at the dogs, pet the baby."
Of course, you know.
But I mean, I feel like the trial one would be like waking up at 2 a.m.
Right,
and be like, "Fuck, it's dead."
Yeah, totally. Wait, what?
I don't know. I just
Yeah.
assume baby's dying the night.
I guess, yeah.
Have you heard Pete Holmes' joke about shaking the baby?
No.
Nah, it's all right. It's pretty good.
What is it? Whose?
Pete Holmes.
Oh. What is it?
Did they just tell you? It's, you kind of see where it's going,
Uh-huh.
but he says it anyways, and it's very funny. Very funny delivery on Pete Holmes.
Yeah.
He has he's a great interviewer. Have you listened to his podcast?
Yeah.
Bro,
You made it weird?
Yeah, he's a great fucking interviewer. I thought his podcast was like a little side thing. No,
Yeah.
dude, he like gets down at asking questions.
We're talking about pod on pod?
Pod on pod.
Yeah.
It's like docking.
Yeah. All right.
Well, are we almost done here?
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, it was a nice time, and we had some laughs. The show was good. It wasn't packed out, but met some comics from Boston, and
Yeah, man.
it was a good time. Mike tried to tell me about science on the way back. It went completely over my head. Has he ever tried to talk to you about science?
No, he talked to me about Fish, his favorite band.
Oh yeah.
What kind of science?
You know what I noticed about Mike? All his stories are like where he had fun. Like he never has like stories that are really fucked up. Like all his stories are like
Really?
But he tells them really excitedly. He's like, and then like we like took acid and we like went to the show and it was awesome.
That's funny. Dude. With me, it's the opposite.
Oh really?
It's always stories about how like something fucked up happened, but we laugh so hard. Well, I don't think we've ever talked about something. I used to talk about some things that are fun, but we talk about the most fucked up shit happening to us, and we just laugh really hard at it.
Yeah.
It's almost like
He told me about a couple things that happened.
Yeah.
Like he had like his falling out with his friends and stuff.
Yeah.
He's like, whenever I move, I just like burn it down with one person. Like whenever I change locations, I'm like,
Did you ask him for cigarettes?
yeah.
Oh, it's brutal.
Yeah.
Well, there goes that friendship.
He hates that?
Yeah, dude, you don't know his rule? I'll tell you his rule.
What's his rule?
Everybody gets one.
Oh, yeah. I kind of cleared it with him before. I was like, should I get a pack? Or do you mind if... He was like, I have 2 packs. We can smoke these on the way.
Oh,
like,
good.
I didn't, like, keep, like... And I restrained myself, too.
Good.
Yeah. But... Oh, I hope he doesn't. No, we had a good time.
Yeah?
Yeah, we had a really good time.
Everybody gets one. It's like his rule.
Yeah.
Because, yeah,
Anyway.
well.
It was a good time.
This conversation has taken its course.
Yeah, sorry I didn't have more for you.
No, it's good.
Yeah.
That was good.
We're so back.
We're back.
That stunk.
But
But...
anybody that came back and made it this far, holy shit, we truly appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
Shout out to Old Clutch 311 for asking me where the pod was at.
Yeah.
Dorian, my cousin, for asking me where the pod was at.
Yeah, sorry about
And like 3 people
the
commented.
hiatus and, you know.
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
it wasn't really my responsibility, but
Well,
yeah. We're not even going to do an hour?
we're not really blaming people.
Okay.
We're not really pointing
Oh,
fingers.
yeah, I forgot that that's your New Year's resolution is to not accept blame.
Yeah.
What is your New Year's resolution? To be nice?
Yeah, I told you, right?
Yeah.
To be nice to people who I don't like. And it's funny. I was telling Alex this. I was like, bro, I'm just trying to be nice to people, or just like not really be a dick to people who I don't like. Just not too much wear it on my face. And then he goes, oh, so you're gonna be fake?
Yeah.
And I was like, I guess that's what being polite is.
Yep.
Just being fake. You know, man, my New Year's resolution is I kept it too real, man.
Yeah.
I gotta stop keeping it real.
Yeah, stop keeping it real.
I gotta stop keeping it real for these hosts.
Yeah.
And also, I gotta have more patience with shit. And so far, so good, man.
Oh yeah.
I've had I've been like introducing myself to people who I don't like. Hi, this is the new me. I like you now.
Yeah, we know each other. No, but I've decided that you're gonna be part of my life.
I don't like you. No, but I like you now.
Yeah. Well, congratulations. Welcome back. Congrats on the place.
Thanks, man.
It's the new year.
You're welcome anytime.
We're back to it. We're gonna make at least one sketch this year.
Dude, don't say that. That hurts my stomach.
Pressure's on.
No, dude, like we should really be working on that.
Yeah. But
right,
guys,
let's get off.
Thanks for turning in to episode 128.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Of the Keep On Trucking podcast. Yeah. No. Wow. Holy shit.
Awesome. Are you calling me a racist?